How are we doing, guys? I'm here in Nando's today. Had a bit of a heavy weekend, so I thought I'd base all of my macros around this tasty Nando's we've got right here. I've opted for the rice over the chips, as I don't do vegetable oil and all that nonsense, and this is a little bit lighter on the carbohydrate front. And I've got myself some nice hot chicken thighs here just to give my protein and fats a good boost. And I've gone for halloumi as a guilty pleasure. I love a bit of halloumi, so yeah. Calorie-free water, just as a little wash me down, and that's it. Alright guys, we're back here at the studio now after that delicious Nando's, and I just thought I would quickly run through the breakdown of the meal for you guys so I can sort of show you how I've slotted it into my macros for today, and hopefully so you guys can get a bit of an idea for how you can do the same. So let's have a look at the macros up on the screen now. This is the chicken thighs. Now, I'm just going to pull it up here so I can go through it with you guys. The chicken thighs were 580 of my total 1,030 calories for this meal. Now, firstly, I'm by no means saying that this is the most calorie friendly or low fat of all the Nando's meals. This is the meal that I wanted to have, and so I've used it as my first meal for the day that I've put in, skip breakfast, and I'm going to plan the rest of my day around this meal, and this is how you do it. So back to the chicken thighs. One portion of chicken thighs, 580 calories, as I mentioned. This is where the majority of the protein is going to be coming from with this meal. A whopping 49% of it, and 72 grams of protein in that. And that's before we've took any of the 4 or 5 grams that will probably come from the rice. However, I've had the thighs, the skin's on, so it's going to be higher with the fat content as well. And actually 50% of these calories are coming from just the chicken fat, which is obviously the skin on those thighs. 32 grams of fat on that. And just 1.1 grams of carbs. So that's the chicken. Now let's have a look at the rice. One portion of spicy rice. Obviously, rice, this is going to be where the majority of our carbohydrates are going to come from with this meal. So actually 75% of the total calories coming from carbohydrates at 49.2 grams. 5.4 grams of fat and 4.5 grams of protein in there as well. So quite low on the fat and protein front, but a massive hit on the carbs. Total calories, 273. Let's flick back. Now, little optional extra here that I went for because I love it, and that's the grilled halloumi cheese. Now, if you're someone who's trying to watch the calories, you may want to opt not to have this. You might want to put a corn in. Obviously, you're swapping fats for carbs if you do so. But let's have a look at my choice, which was the halloumi. So going in, the halloumi is packing a 177 calorie punch. Just 1.3 grams of carbs because we know it's predominantly fat. 13.8 grams of fat, but surprisingly, and I was even surprised at this as well, 27% of it at nearly 12 grams of protein in that halloumi. So yeah, that's kind of how that's balanced out for me. Like I say, total 1,030 total calories. 20% of that lunch was carbohydrates, 45% of it was fat, and 35% of it was protein. And that's one of the brilliant things about using MyFitnessPal Premium actually, is you can get that kind of breakdown so you can see where all your stuff's coming from in your meals. Now that Nando's will set me up till dinner. And I know that when I'm putting my dinner into this now, I need to be having predominantly protein and carbohydrates. So I'm going to opt for something like some chicken and pasta or something for dinner. I've not got any fats left, so I'm going to obviously be taking it easy when it comes to things like, you know, olive oil and more fattier cuts of meat. So I'm just going to go with some chicken breast and pasta probably with a tomato sauce or something like that. And that's how it's done.